Right. So, Emma, we always talk about the grind in affiliate marketing, don't we? But honestly, it's not just about grinding harder, it's about grinding smarter. Absolutely. Today, I really want to dive into, what happens when you stop following the herd? What happens when you decide to forge your own path, beyond all the conventional advice?
Oh, I love that, James. Stop following the herd. It's so easy to just copy what everyone else is doing, isn't it? Like you see a successful campaign or a hot product, and your first instinct is usually, okay, how can I replicate that quickly? But you're saying we need to fundamentally shift that approach, not just tweak it, but really change our perspective?
Precisely. It's not about being contrarian for the sake of it. That's silly. It's about developing an independent thought process. See, too many affiliates get stuck in the Me Too trap. They just chase the same shiny objects, the same proven methods, the same niches everyone else is raving about. And then they wonder why they're getting mediocre results, or worse, just drowning in competition. The real edge, the sustainable one, comes from looking at the entire landscape and asking, what's everyone missing? What's the unconventional angle here? The one that's not obvious? It's a mindset of really questioning every single assumption you have about how things should be done. And that, Emma, that is truly where the alchemy begins for your affiliate business. It's liberating, truly.
That makes so much sense, James. It's almost like instead of trying to optimize an existing wheel, you're trying to invent a whole new one, or at least a very different kind of spoke for it. So, for someone who's maybe always followed the guru advice, always looked for the secret sauce everyone else is promoting, how do they even begin to cultivate that mindset? What's the very first step to thinking outside that proverbial box and, really seeing these hidden opportunities you're talking about?
Well, it starts with genuine curiosity, Emma. Instead of searching for best affiliate niches 2024, which is what absolutely everyone does, right, you start looking for problems people have that aren't being adequately solved, or passion points that are deeply underserved. Think about it. Every major niche today started as a small, overlooked problem. Like 5 years ago, who was thinking gourmet mushroom growing supplies for urban apartments would be a viable market? But it is. So you're not just looking for existing demand, you're looking for latent demand or a truly unique angle on existing demand. I mean, I've seen wild success with utterly specific niches like specialized protective gear for competitive drone racing. Honestly, the narrower, the more specific, the less immediate competition, the better your chances of, really owning that space.
Competitive drone racing gear? Wow, okay, that's definitely not what pops up on those top 10 niches lists, is it? But I totally get the concept, James. It's like finding a super specific group of people who are already passionate and actively spending money, but they just haven't been properly served yet by, the mainstream. So, how do you actually find these hidden gems? What are your go-to places or methods for uncovering these really specific overlooked niches beyond just your own personal interests, I mean?
Right. So, I always tell people to start with personal interests, hobbies, or even just bizarre trends you stumble upon. But beyond that, you gotta dig deep into forums, niche subreddits, Facebook groups where people are asking specific questions repeatedly and not getting good answers. Look at Amazon's customers who bought this also bought on obscure products, or explore Pinterest trends, Etsy, specialty craft sites. It's about listening, Emma, really listening to those granular conversations, to people's frustrations, to their hyper-specific desires. And then, once you think you found one, just validate it with a quick Google Trends check. See if there's any search volume, however small. The smaller the better sometimes, because it means less competition. It's a proper treasure hunt, you see.
Okay, so once you've got your niche, right, the next hurdle is traffic. And again, everyone runs to Facebook ads, Google ads, SEO, which, are great, but they're also incredibly saturated and can be incredibly expensive. My approach, and this is where it gets really, really fun, is to look for platforms that are totally underestimated or just poorly utilized by mainstream marketers. Think about things like Quora, for example. It's a goldmine for Q&A, or really niche forums specific to your topic. Even TikTok, which everyone thinks is just for dancing teens, has incredibly specific, deeply engaged communities now that are ripe for content that genuinely helps. It's about being a native, not a blatant advertiser. You provide real value, consistently, and then subtly weave in your affiliate offers where they naturally, logically fit. It's not about interrupting, it's about integrating yourself and, becoming a valuable resource within that community.
That's a fantastic point, James. I've seen so many people just blast their links everywhere on platforms like Quora, and it doesn't work. It feels spammy, totally. But you're talking about actually becoming a part of the community, building trust there. So with these underestimated platforms, how do you identify which ones are actually right for your specific niche? Is there a method to that, or is it more just a trial and error until something clicks?
Good question, Emma. It's a bit of both, honestly, but you can certainly narrow it down quite a bit. First, think about where your specific niche audience naturally hangs out online. If they're techies, perhaps GitHub discussions or specific Discord servers or even Slack channels. If they're crafters, maybe it's Ravelry or specialized craft forums or very specific Pinterest boards. You gotta do some digging. Look for highly engaged groups, even if they're small. The key is engagement over sheer size. A small, hyper-engaged community is far, far more valuable than a massive passive one, Then you test, create valuable, helpful content, answer questions, and don't push your links until you've truly established yourself as a helpful presence. It takes patience, sure, but the returns are often far greater and more sustainable because you've built real rapport, real trust. Building on that, Emma, another really potent yet surprisingly overlooked traffic source is creative outreach and micro-partnerships. I mean, everyone thinks influencer marketing, right? But they usually go after the mega influencers, which is expensive, incredibly competitive, and often has pretty low ROI for affiliates. What I'm really talking about are micro-influencers, or even just passionate community leaders who might only have a few hundred followers, but those followers are obsessed with their topic. You reach out to them not with a pay-to-promote offer, which feels transactional, but with genuine value. Maybe you offer to write a killer guest post for their small blog, or you collaborate on a piece of content, or you just offer to help them out with something that would benefit their audience. You're building relationships, you see. And those relationships often lead to incredibly warm, pre-qualified traffic because it comes with a personal, trusted recommendation. It's a bit like old-school networking, but online and super targeted, totally leveraging that trust factor.
That's brilliant, James. So it's not just about finding communities, but finding the voices within those communities, even the smaller ones. And you're saying approach them with a how can I help you mindset rather than promote my thing, because that just changes the whole dynamic, doesn't it? Instead of a transactional exchange, it's a collaborative effort where everyone benefits. So when you're doing this outreach, do you have any specific tips for making that initial contact really stand out? What makes someone actually want to partner with a relatively unknown affiliate or someone they haven't worked with before?
Absolutely, Emma. The real secret is to do your homework. Don't just send a generic template email. Mention specific content of theirs you genuinely liked, show you absolutely understand their audience, and come with a concrete idea that benefits them first and foremost. For instance, hey, I saw your fantastic piece on X, and I truly thought Y would be a great complementary topic for your audience. I'd love to write a detailed guest post on it for you. Or, I've developed this really useful free tool related to your niche. Perhaps it could benefit your community. It's about demonstrating real, tangible value up front, without immediate expectation. People are more open than you think to genuine collaboration, especially if you can save them time or provide something their audience would truly appreciate. It's relationship capital, you see, and it pays dividends.
Right, so you've got your niche, you've got your traffic flowing in. Now, how do you actually convert them without being pushy or, just plain slimy? This is where advanced conversion psychology comes in. And for affiliates, I absolutely swear by the concept of micro commitments. Everyone thinks big buy button, right? But a micro commitment is a small, low friction action that an audience member takes, moving them just one tiny step closer to your ultimate goal. Think free guides, really helpful checklists, mini quizzes, or even just asking them to sign up for a tip of the week email. These aren't just lead magnets, they're psychological bridges. Each little yes they give you, each small action they take, builds trust and momentum, making the eventual yes to your affiliate offer much, much easier. You're reducing the perceived risk, you're building a relationship on smaller, easier to take steps. It's like, you wouldn't propose marriage on a first date, you build up to it.
That's a fantastic analogy, James. So it's about nurturing the relationship, almost like a sales funnel, but with a much more human touch, right? Instead of going straight for the conversion, you're guiding them along a natural path. I imagine this also helps qualify your leads too, doesn't it? Like only people who are genuinely interested are going to take those micro commitments in the first place. So what are some of the most effective types of micro commitments you've seen work really, really well for affiliates, especially in those more niche areas we talked about earlier?
Precisely, Emma. Qualification is a huge, huge benefit. You're not wasting time on tire kickers. As for examples, beyond the obvious lead magnets, I've seen tremendous success with things like a simple tool recommendation quiz, where based on their answers, you suggest a couple of affiliate tools that fit their needs, or a one-page planner for a specific task in their niche that they can download. Even rate your current solution surveys. The key is that it's genuinely useful, it's low effort on their part, and it's super relevant to their immediate problem. And crucially, it doesn't feel like marketing, it feels like help. That's the real trick, providing genuine, undeniable value that naturally leads them towards a solution which just so happens to be your affiliate product. It's subtle, but powerful.
Okay, so you've nailed traffic and conversions, right? Now for the real long game, the truly sustainable part. You absolutely have to focus on building evergreen assets. Most affiliates are just chasing quick commissions, selling a product, and then moving right on to the next one. That, Emma, is a hamster wheel, and it's exhausting. A true affiliate alchemist builds things that generate value and income long, long after the initial effort. We're talking about things like an authoritative, comprehensive blog post that consistently ranks for high-intent keywords month after month, or a comprehensive YouTube tutorial series that provides immense value and naturally links to relevant products in the descriptions. Or even an email sequence that educates and nurtures an audience over weeks or months, promoting different relevant offers. These assets compound over time. They work for you while you're sleeping, literally. It's about creating intellectual property, really, that serves as a magnet for your ideal audience, drawing them in passively.
I absolutely love the idea of building assets, not just campaigns. It sounds so much more sustainable and honestly less stressful than constantly having to chase the next quick win or the next trending product. But, for someone just starting out, creating authoritative blog posts or comprehensive YouTube series might sound a bit daunting, James. What's a good starting point for an affiliate who wants to begin building these evergreen assets without getting totally overwhelmed by the scale of it all?
Excellent point, Emma. Don't try to build a whole empire on day one. That's just a recipe for burnout. Start small. Maybe pick just one piece of cornerstone content. It could be a really detailed, ultimate guide to niche problem that's just, 10 times better than anything else out there. Or a series of 3 short, actionable videos addressing a very specific pain point for your audience.
The key is quality over quantity and really focusing on solving a problem comprehensively, making it super helpful. Make it so good that people want to share it, bookmark it, refer back to it. And then, once that's done, you iterate, you build on it. Maybe you turn that blog post into a video or vice versa. It's about creating a truly valuable resource that people need and trust, not just another thinly veiled review article. That's the real magic, isn't it?
All right, final piece of the puzzle, but possibly the most crucial for truly long-term success is ethical scaling. You've built these amazing assets, you're getting traffic, converting people. It's really tempting to just, pour gasoline on the fire and grow as fast as humanly possible. But if you don't scale ethically, you're building on sand, Emma. It's just going to collapse eventually. Ethical scaling means absolute transparency. Always disclose your affiliate relationships, even if it feels a bit clunky or repetitive. It means promoting products you genuinely believe in and ideally have perhaps even used yourself. It means providing balanced reviews, highlighting pros and cons, not just outright shilling. And it means putting your audience's needs first, always, always. Because if you compromise on that fundamental trust, Emma, even once, it can take years, literal years to rebuild. Your reputation, your brand, that's your most valuable asset, honestly. It's the difference between a flash-in-the-pan success and a truly sustainable, respected business that stands the test of time.
That's such an incredibly important reminder, James. I think sometimes in the chase for commissions, people can absolutely forget that. It's so easy to just focus on the numbers, the quick wins, but you're really emphasizing that trust is the ultimate currency, the absolute foundation. So for an affiliate who wants to make sure they're always operating ethically, even as they grow and expand, are there any practical checklists or mental frameworks they can use to ensure they're staying on the right side of things, even when it might be tempting to, bend the rules a little?
Absolutely. I always tell people to ask themselves 3 very simple questions. 1. Would I truly, honestly recommend this product or service to my best friend or my own mum? If the answer isn't a resounding yes, then don't promote it. 2. Am I being crystal clear about my affiliate relationship? No hiding links, no deceptive language. It needs to be obvious. 3. Am I providing genuine value and balanced information? Or am I just trying to push a sale, regardless of fit? If you can honestly answer yes to all 3 of those questions, you're generally on the right track. It's simple, but it keeps you honest, keeps you aligned, And it ensures you're building a business you can genuinely be proud of, which is, that's absolutely priceless, isn't it? So, to wrap this up, Emma, it really all comes back to thinking differently. Affiliate marketing isn't just about linking products and, hoping for the best. It's about being an innovator, a problem solver, a community builder. We've talked about the crucial mindset shift, finding those overlooked hyper-specific niches, getting clever with your traffic generation, using subtle psychology for conversions, and of course, building assets that work for you, not against you. And crucially, doing it all with absolute integrity. If you embrace these unconventional approaches, you won't just compete in a crowded market, you'll create your own category, your own loyal following, your own unique space. You'll truly become an alchemist, transforming effort and insight into genuine, sustainable gold. It really is possible, for anyone willing to put in that thoughtful work.
That's a powerful summary, James. It's truly inspiring how you break down these complex ideas into such actionable steps. Emphasizing that long-term ethical growth is totally achievable for anyone who applies these principles. It really gives people a fresh perspective on how to approach their affiliate journey. So for our listeners tuning in right now, what's one immediate action they can take this week to start applying this unconventional approach to their own affiliate business? Just one really impactful thing they can do to start shifting their mindset.
Okay, just one? Right, that's a good challenge. I'd say go spend at least an hour on a niche forum or a subreddit related to your chosen area or an area you're thinking about. Don't post anything, just read. Really immerse yourself. Identify 3 common problems people are asking about repeatedly that aren't getting satisfactory answers, or that seem to be totally overlooked by the mainstream solutions. Just 3. That's your starting point for an unconventional niche or a unique content piece, or even a micro-commitment idea. Stop looking where everyone else is looking, Emma. Look at the edges. Look in the quiet corners, you know? That's truly where the opportunities lie for affiliates wanting to